In our last video, we explored 4 of the 5 major propositions of Bishop Irenaeus regarding 666 and the Beast of the Sea, whom he believes to be the same individual as the Antichrist in the epistles of John. But we left his last major proposition for this video because it still has significant support today. So let's continue to explore Irenaeus and 666. Welcome, explorers, and to recap the last video regarding Irenaeus and 666, first, 666 is an evil number because 600 somehow speaks of the evil of Noah's day, and 66 connects to the idolatry in Daniel. It was a doozy of a theological leap. And second, the number of the beast is 666, not 616. Third, and I think Irenaeus' greatest contribution on the subject, Eventhos is not the beast, but was used to warn us against surety on this matter due to the number of names that could fit. And fourth, which is his favorite proposition as to the name regarding 666, is Titan, due to Titan's connection to worship, vengeance, and royalty. Now, let's dive into his 5th proposition that has a theological following today. This is actually the first serious name he puts forward after Eventhos, and the name is Latinos, which is the Greek name of Rome. Irenaeus proposes that the beast of the sea is the Roman Empire itself. This proposition has stood the test of time and still has a following today. It is now not the most popular theory, but you could not do a complete treatment on the subject of 666 and ignore this theory. 666 as Rome is a theory to be wrestled with today. Now, Irenaeus only gives 2 short reasons to support the Latinos proposition. 1, Rome is the last of the 4 empires foretold about in the book of Daniel, and 2, Rome is presently ruling. He then states remarkably that this theory is probable, but he will not boast regarding its correctness. Then he just moves on to his second serious name, which was Titan, after only 2 sentences regarding a theory that he states is probable. What? What? This blows my mind. He states a theory is a probable solution to the most mysterious puzzle in all the Bible, writes only 2 short sentences expounding upon why he believes it is probable, and then he just moves on to Titan, which we discussed in our last video. Now, Irenaeus was a very successful businessman here because he absolutely left me wanting more, and I would have definitely bought Book 6 of Against Heresies, but he didn't write a Book 6. But thankfully, later scholars have added meat to this Latinos proposition. So let's expound more upon Latinos than Irenaeus did. First, one of the generally agreed upon themes of Revelation is that it is a polemic against Rome, that it is a scathing indictment upon the Roman Empire. In fact, there is an argument to be made that after Satan, Rome is the archenemy in view of Revelation. Irenaeus dates the authorship of Revelation to the reign of Emperor Domitian around 95 CE. There is a group who argues for an earlier date for Revelation, but Irenaeus, whom we are discussing here, argues for a later date of around 95 CE. Now, if you want a video exploring the dating debate of Revelation, let me know in the comments below. But we're going to assume the later date of 95 for this video because it is the date that Irenaeus supports. Which brings us to the year 70 CE. In the year 70, the Romans destroyed the temple in Jerusalem during the Jewish wars when Israel tried to win its freedom. And because of that act of destroying the temple, Babylon, who destroyed the first temple, becomes a slang term for the temple-destroying Roman Empire by late 1st and 2nd century authors. 4th Ezra, 2nd Baruch, and the Sibylline Oracles all use the term Babylon to reference Rome. Also, 4th Ezra, 2nd Baruch, and the Sibylline Oracles all have apocalyptic literary features. And you guessed it, Revelation fits well within the genre of apocalyptic literature. The term Babylon is used 6 times in the book of Revelation. And if Revelation was written after the temple was destroyed, like Irenaeus and many other Revelation scholars surmise, then it is likely that John is using the term Babylon exactly like 4th Ezra, 2nd Baruch, and the Sibylline Oracles as a reference to Rome. If this is the case, then we already have solved one coded message meaning Rome in the book of Revelation. And if there is one code referencing Rome in the term Babylon, it makes sense that there would be two codes. And 666 could be referencing Rome as well. Also, by 95 CE and Emperor Domitian, emperor worship within the Roman Empire grew. Thus, we have connected worship to the emperor and the empire of Rome itself, just as the beast of the sea is pictured as being worshipped by many. So worship and empire are connected. And finally, the beast of the sea is described in beastly terms. He is described as having 7 heads and multiple animal parts and features. Again, the beast has 7 heads, 10 horns, features like a leopard, feet like a bear, and the mouth of a lion. And when you compare the beastly description of the beast of the sea with the 4 kingdom beastly descriptions in Daniel 7, an interesting fact emerges. If you add up the 4 beasts in Daniel 7 into one creature, they look a lot like the beast of the sea in Revelation. Combined, the 4 beasts in Daniel chapter 7 have 7 heads, 10 horns, the features of a lion, bear, leopard, along with some wings. And altogether, the 4 beasts in Daniel have 7 heads, just like the beast of the sea in Revelation, and all of the animal parts that comprise the beast of the sea, from horns to feet to mouth, can be found in the 4 beasts in Daniel. Now, we know the 4 beasts in Daniel represent 4 empires. And the argument goes, if the beasts in Daniel are empires, the similarly described beast of the sea should be viewed as empire as well. And there are scholars who argue the beast of the sea is not an individual, such as the man of lawlessness in the letters of Paul or the Antichrist in 1st and 2nd John, but the beast of the sea is empiric oppression, just as the 4 beasts in Daniel 7. Now, if you want to venture a guess as to why Irenaeus moves from Rome to Titan so quickly, I would guess it's because Irenaeus believes the number 666 and the beast of the sea is an individual, such as the Antichrist. But that is a complete guess on my part. The evidence of 666 referencing Latinos and the Roman Empire is significant. Revelation is a possible indictment of Rome. Emperor and empire worship during Domitian's reign seems to connect to empire and worship, just as worship is connected to the beast of the sea. The archenemy of Revelation after Satan could be Rome, and we could already have solved a code in the term Babylon that refers to Rome. So it makes sense for another code of 666 to also refer to Rome. It is interesting. So although Irenaeus does not view this as the strongest theory he puts forward, he does offer here a theory that has stood the test of time more significantly than his uncommonly spelled Titan. But of course, if this view was so clear, it would be widely held, and it is not. It is a theory worth wrestling with, but it is not the clear and obvious answer. So let's now look at the possible problems with the Latinos theory. If Revelation was written before the destruction of the temple, then the term Babylon probably refers to Jerusalem, and it does not refer to Rome. And then we don't have an example of Revelation using a code for Rome. Other problems include the beast of the sea is portrayed as an individual at times in Revelation. The beast of the sea speaks, leads a war, and receives worship. Like Irenaeus, many view the Antichrist and the beast of the sea as the same singular individual and not as an empire. So for the beast of the sea to be an empire, John would have to be using personification here in Revelation chapter 13. And then there's the biggest problem, which is Revelation 13 verse 18, which calls 666 the number of a man, not the number of an empire or institution. To hold that Latinos, Rome, is the correct interpretation of 666, then you must hold that the number of a man phrase by John again is personification, making an empire appear as an individual. And that is not nothing. But even with these problems, the theory that 666 refers to Rome is an important theory that deserves consideration. Let me know. Do you think Babylon is a term for Rome in Revelation? Is the beast of the sea an individual or empire? Let me know in the comments. But remember, Evanthos is not the beast. And as always, my bibliography is in the description below. Thanks for watching. Be blessed.